So this is 2004 to 2005, college senior year. Um, 21 to 22 years old. So since Dennis and I are both able to go to the casino together, I had this bright idea to um, to make $100 a day. So you're making like $36,000 a year. Just going to the betting one bet on the field. So I don't need to go into much detail. It's just a bet on the on the craps game where you get a large amount of numbers like 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, and they win. And all you have to do is bet 100, win 100, go home. And so it was like it's too much in the beginning. So we came up with this double up system. So we saw $5, lose bet 10, lose bet 20, blah blah blah. And until we got to our 100, whatnot, $200 each. And I used to practice it like a running simulation, like inside the townhouse downstairs. I had these dice, and I would shake them, and I was like, "It's no way in the world you go 5 times without hitting one at least one of the field numbers. And if you hit like 2 or 12, you get like 2 times. So like if you only $100 bet and you hit it, it'll pay you extra 200. So you have 300 altogether. You get to go home. So it was even good if you lost because you end up winning in the end. But so we went to Olive Capri. We tried it out. And first time it worked flawlessly. We went in, we went out, went back again, worked flawlessly again. I remember us going to the buffet because we ended up getting comps to eat at the buffet. Plus we had our $200 so far, $200 each or whatnot. And so went to the third time, was like, okay, arrogant. And yeah, I heard these 3 C's before. First you get comfortable, then you get careless, and then you get caught. So we got comfortable, and then we got careless. It was like it's impossible to lose, and then for sure enough, we got caught that third time because at this cowboy guy, he was dressed in this cowboy hat. I can remember him so vividly, standing on the left side and was on the right side. It was like it was being careless. We was saying that every time that we would go, we would have control of the dice. But we got so careless because first it was comfortable, then we got careless. We was like, we'll let him throw the dice and we'll just do the bets, because it can't lose or whatnot. Sure enough, this guy goes. I think we had a limit of 5 on our double up. He went like 6. We lost all the money. And so we was like, man, we just gonna stay here just to see how long this goes because it's impossible. And we stayed like another 6, 7, 8, about 3 or 4 more times, and not one time a field number rolled. Yeah, it just wasn't our day, and then we gave that up because we was out we was out of money by then. Um, Dennis and I still like didn't have the internet at home, so of course we went to McDonald's to use their internet, whatever, and we booked our hotel. We bought the best hotel on the strip. We called the Flagship, and Dennis was making money. I was making a lot of money doing the golf cart thing. Dennis was making a lot of money doing poker, so we were just splurging. I think it was like 270 a night or close to $300 a night, whatever. We were just saying that Friday and that Saturday night or whatever. And yeah, so Dennis go. We was about to have the best capital possible. 2003 was okay. Went there, back there, back. 2004, we got to stay inside the beach house or whatnot, but it was still for other people. But this time it was just gonna be us, and we have total control of everything, staying the night and everything. So Dennis go splurge on some shirts because last year at the Capitol we seen like people wearing like Mario and like Luigi shirt, like cartoon shirts. That was real funny. So he ended up going like airbrush type shirts, and so he ended up going get Ducktales and Mario shirt, which is I thought was nice, whatever. and he was spending like $80 a shirt, which is like big money back then, you know. Shit, when inflation going, it's big money now. So the guy just kept pushing the dates back. Let's say like it was Monday when he went there, or let's say Saturday, yeah, and the cap was Friday. So the dude was like, "I'll for sure have him done by Friday." By Thursday. It went 2 weeks before that. He said, "I have it done that Wednesday before y'all go to the beach party or whatnot." So the Wednesday pulls up, or that Monday, whatever. The week he said the week before the Kappa, you know. Monday pulls up, Dennis goes there. Dude's like, "Oh man, I had so much business. This one at the airbrushing inside the mall, across from Lids," and he was like, I haven't gotten a chance to get into it." And the only reason why Dennis was getting the shirt was because of the Kappa or whatnot. So Dennis went back there that Wednesday. Then dude was like, "I still haven't got it done." He was like, "Man, look, like if you don't have it done by like Friday, it's pretty much useless, you know." And so I guess the dude got on it, whatever, like that. And yeah, his shirts was ready for the Kappa Beach party. So we had everything right, man. And we drive to the Kappa, got the hotel room, got the outfits, got the money. We ready. Drive there, freaking ghost town. Like nobody's at the Kappa. Like it looked like a normal like Monday on freaking February or like December or something, you know, bro. Because it's usually like 100,000 people that attends the Kappa Beach party every single year before this, you know. It's like having 100,000 people is like expecting the sun to come up tomorrow. It was like almost a guarantee. And now we went there and it was just us. I remember going inside the hotel and I was like, okay, maybe we just a little early, you know. We went inside the hotel and I had like this white family to my right and like this little young girl. She had been about 9 or 10 years old, standing at the flagship, and I looked at Dennis. I was like, man, they have no clue what they about to get into. This thing about to be flooded with black people. No, never was flooded with black people, man. So it was like, okay, we was gonna sit inside the hotel and just wait a little while till everybody starts to show up. Maybe they just being black and being late, which they was never late. Every time we went to the Cap on a Friday, it was packed. And we went inside, went back inside the hotel, and we started watching bowling. Looking out the window, just sad. Next thing you know, we was impressed with the form of the bowlers. Like, man, look at that spin he got on that ball. You know, we was bored after spending damn near $300 a night to stay inside this nice hotel. Well, nice for the Kappa Beach party. And so the Friday night came around, and we were like, okay, we're gonna hit the strip like about 9 o'clock tonight when it comes on. Sure enough, nobody still shows up. Next thing you know, I'm sitting there watching Harrison Ford and The Fugitive on the TV inside the hotel room, whatever. I was like, oh man, okay, take this day as a loss, whatnot. We could have saved that $300 that just came here on Saturday. But tomorrow it's gonna be super packed, you know. So next morning, wake up, seen some chorus, but nothing like the past 2 years. It's probably like 30, 20 cars tops out there, which was literally nothing to waste. And so we just went and walked the strip with our heads down because we knew we wasted the money, whatever. And Dennis had this chick. Oh man, yeah. So we had the Kappa, and so I met this chick. She was from Trinidad, real pretty, dark skin, like real pretty hair, whatever. And she had a homegirl, so we brought him back up to the hotel room. Not for what you think, just to talk or whatnot. And then we inside the hotel room, and the chick like I'm talking to the Trinidad chick, Dennis talking to the other chick, whatnot. And the chick looks at Dennis' shirt, and she's like, that looks dumb. Oh my God. Dennis done spent all this money on this shirt. He done wasted $300 a night. I spent $300 first night, he spent $300 the second night. The Kappa whack. He had to wait forever just to get this shirt done. He's impressed with the shirt. I'm impressed with the shirt. And this shit got the nerves to call this shirt dumb. Oh, Dennis was heated, man. So Dennis like, oh, I'm just gonna go stand outside. So he went outside to the balcony, closed the door, and she was like, "What did I do?" I was like, "He did a lot of work to get that shirt, man. Yeah, even if you don't like it, just say it." But the damage was done by then. It was nothing coming back from Dennis being not pissed off. Dennis didn't talk to them ever again. And so, yeah, they was like, "Well, we're just gonna leave. We'll see y'all later on the strip or whatnot." And yeah, that was the last time we seen that chick. Yeah. Plus, Dennis had like a chick calling him. I had one too, like from Lake Charles, and we was wasting our time and money in Galveston. We could have just stayed in Lake Charles and had a whole lot better time. We couldn't wait for like Sunday to come around. And so we came back to Lake Charles, highly disappointed. Since Kendall was staying downstairs, we ended up deciding to get a 3-bedroom apartment so Kendall could have his own room versus just sleeping on the couch. And it was really nice. Of course, I got a big room again. But it probably went from like, let's say it was paying like $4.90 a month for something a month. It went to like $5.30 or something. It wasn't really that much of a difference, but it was like a way bigger space. And at this point, I don't even know what to blame it on, but I remember Kennedy ended up getting laid off from Harris, and we helped on his side or whatnot, the bill until he found like a new job. And yeah, that's a friend before or whatnot. And then this ended up buying this dog, and Ken and I hated this dog almost the same way we hated that bird. Because they'll bark for no reason. I remember putting a towel over his little kennel or whatever at nighttime so he would shut up. I ended up buying 2 chinchillas and like 2 like really small like gerbil type things where people are talking about they wear chinchilla coats. This is where the animal comes from. And every single morning I would wake up to go to McNeese. I was going to McNeese at this time. And one of them would always, they had this one skinny one, there's one fat one that ate most of the food. And there's one little skinny one. And I guess he didn't eat a lot so he could muster his energy up to be able to jump out of the aquarium every morning and piss me off. But yeah, every single morning, almost every single morning, like let's say like my class started at 8:30, I would wake up at like 8. But I love getting all my sleep. He would find the exact time, like about 6 or 7 o'clock, to jump out of the aquarium. He'll keep jumping and hitting his head on the lid until it moved, and then he'll jump out and he'll like chew on my remote. And then sometimes he'll like nibble on my nose. But the thing is, he wasn't like friendly. He was friendly, but he wasn't friendly. He wasn't like I could just like grab him or rub him. He would take off running. These things are super fast. Like you've seen a squirrel take off running, they're like almost like that fast or like twice as fast, whatever. So I was spending like an hour and a half almost every single morning trying to catch this little freaking chinchilla and and get him back inside of his cage. I knew if I kept him out, he would chew the whole room up. I would come back, I'll have like no bed or whatnot. And I even tried like buying him like this little plastic ball, like a clear ball, put him inside and he could run around. It wasn't enough. He's like running around straight raw. So I end up putting him inside of a box, and I set him free next to that big ditch on, I think it's like Cell Road, whatever road Les Chateau's on. Canal Road, maybe? Canal Road, yeah. And yeah, I hope they survive. I put him near water and food they could catch, and yeah, that was the last I seen of them. While going to McNeese, I met this really cool guy from Brazil. I don't know if he's an exchange student or not, but I know he was Brazilian for sure. And we would play racquetball together, and eventually turned my passion from racquetball to tennis. Cause I just wanted to hold a racket, and I really enjoyed both games and whatnot. And LeBerge opened that summer, and my cousin Andre Wiley, he was a bellhop at Harris, and I was a valet at Harris, whatever. And he said, "Man, our cousin, Miss Cynthia, the one that got both of us hired at Harris, whatever." He's like, "She's at LeBerge now. She could get it on as dealers. And they make like big money." And I was like, "I'm happy driving this golf cart." I was like, "Nah," but that wasn't a smart of a play at all. I should have left in 2000. Was that 2005 when they opened? Yeah, the summer of 2005. Yeah, I should have definitely 2006. Was it 2000? Yeah, was it the summer? Yeah, summer 2006. 2005. Oh, it was summer 2005 for sure, because the hurricane hadn't happened yet. And yeah, I should have went, but I was under the impression that if um, LeBare's going to hire a whole bunch of people and then lay a whole bunch of people off, and I had my job safety at Harris, so I was cool. But the crazy thing was, like, once LeBare's opened that summer of '05, Harris business dropped. I want to say at least about 80 to 90%. Like, every single weekend we would have the whole little designated area of the valet field. I'm talking about, we would probably see maybe one or two cars show up. Only thing that was saving Harris at this time was the Bad Beat jackpot, because it was like 135, 140 some $1,000, whatever like that. And so people will come to that, and sometimes they'll come and they'll do like a huge like car giveaway or something like that. But other than that, man, Harris was hurting. And yeah, that was about my whole '05, '04, '05 year.